Hello, I'm Kat with Artisan Designs by Kat, and today I'm going to be making a totally unique, let's see how it works kind of thing. I'm going to be using a soap mold that my sister gave me. She's always finding the coolest stuff. I'm going to be using leftover in case I have a little bit of extra, which I don't think I will. I have very little. It's a very, very small batch. I'm going to be using some different essential oils in this one. Usually I don't use a lot of essential oils because they don't really stick in the soap very well. But I'm using a combination of frankincense, lavender tea tree, eucalyptus, and a little bit of orange essential oil that's fivefold. It's probably not going to last in the soap very well. The citrus ones usually do not. Got my trusty safety goggles. Have my gloves. I'm going to be using in this, I've got a recipe I'm going to take a picture of and I'm going to put it on the screen so you can go ahead and see it. I'm not afraid that somebody's going to steal my recipe because I just made it up, so I haven't put any effort into it, and just going to see how that one turns out as well, because this particular one I've never used before. I've got a pound of oils that are mixed, all different kinds of oils. I'm going to be using, for a colorant, I'm going to kind of swirl a little bit. I'm going to use the natural soap color. Then I'm going to use a little bit with the activated charcoal. And then my secret ingredient, which isn't going to be a secret anymore, is Greens on the Go by It Works. I have a couple friends that sell this product, Edith Lane and Caitlin Pennington here near me. So if you want to look them up on It Works, feel free. This one, particular one, is orange. This is the box it came in. For a little bit of added nutrition into the bar, can't really say nutrition, but we'll just say a little more zing or zang for the buck. I have bee pollen that is here in this, and I've hoping to use the bee pollen to bind the essential oils, so hopefully they'll stick just a little bit longer. Give me a moment to put my hair in a ponytail and I'll be right back. And we'll make some soap. I kind of angled the camera down where you can see kind of what I'm doing with the soap mold anyway. And I'm going to put put a little bit of water in the activated charcoal. I'm going to stir it up. I'm not going to need a lot. I just put a little bit more in there than I'm really going to need. I'm also going to use my little free gelato spoon that I got to mix up my Greens on the Go from It Works. Cut this open real quick. I always get my colorants and my dry ingredients ready way before I start trying to mix things together, because sometimes they tend to clump up, so you have to move pretty fast. Not really sure if you can see this, but here's the green from the greens that are in there. I'm going to put just a little bit of oil to mix it up with. Now, I've never tried this with oil, so this is where it comes in. Let's see what happens, because I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I'll share everything with you, including the recipe, except for my proprietary essential oils. The only reason I call it proprietary is because I just dumped in a whole bunch until I got the right the right amount of ounces that I needed. Well, actually just a little under an ounce for this size of container. I'm going to get the lye, and I'm going to mix the lye in with my stick blender into my oils that I've made. So I'm going to put on my goggles. I've had my lye sitting out for a long time, getting to room temperature. My oils are at room temperature. And so I'm going to get the lye. Trying to get this where you can see it. And like I said, I'm going to just kind of put the lye into the oils. If you're wondering what the other noise is out there, I always keep my cats away when I'm doing this, and so I've got them high as a kite. They are right now in the sniffing catnip, so they will leave me alone. Okay, so I'm going to mix this just a little bit. Let's set the spoon in here. I'm going to bring out my trusty blender. It's going to be loud for a few seconds. Try to burst it a little bit. I'm just going to get a little bit of, I want to make sure it emulsifies, or it emulsifies, the oils do. I'm going to get a slight trace. I'm not used to working with this little bit of an oil, so I've gotten a little bit of bubbles in there. Okay, so I've got them emulsified, meaning that I've got the oils blended well together. That's as far as I want to go with it right now. I'm going to be saving just a little bit of this so I can put it in. Okay. Almost forgot my essential oil blend. That wouldn't have been good, would it? So I always put it right beside me so I can. Now I'm going to mix in, I'm going to go this way, I'm going to mix in the It Works greens on the go, the orange flavor. I think this is going to kind of get thick quick. I'm going to mix in a little bit of the activated charcoal. And I'm going to leave some of it clear. Well, sort of clear. It has the essential oils in it, so it makes it kind of a brown. So if you can see, here's the brown. I'm going to mix this. If you mix different colors, that's good. That's fine. If you go from the lighter to the darker, so I'm going to have the black as last, or the dark gray, however it turns out. It's a really pretty greenish shade. It smells good too. That's where I want to mix it in. Put this in here. Okay. Let's see how this works. Mixing up the original a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to pour. I'm probably going to get about 4 of them out of it. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe 5. Oh. Be a little bit different coloring on this one, but okay. No, I haven't forgotten the other shade yet. I'm going to pour it in and let it just kind of work its way around. Okay, I actually got 6 of them out of that. That's exciting. And I'll clean that mess up in a minute. Drizzle it in. Got that one a little full. It's not going to get a lot of the shade. It's part of soaping. Each one is different. I think they're going to be pretty when they're done. They smell so good. And like I said, I know for a fact that the orange is going to wear off pretty quick. But I was hoping with binding it with the bee pollen that it would make it better, hold better, a little bit longer anyway until it's cured. For the newest soapers out there, I don't know if you know, depending on the amount of how the liquid oils are, is how long you're going to be curing it. If you have something like this, I've got a lot of hard oils. I'm looking at 4 to 6 weeks for a cure. If I use something like just a solid olive oil, I have one that's cured a year. And it was good about 9 months. Okay, so that's all it is. I'm going to move this, clean up my counter, and let it rest away from the kitty cats so they can't get into it. That's why I usually put mine in the oven to work. Anyway, so greens on the go. It works with my essential oil blend that I had made, binded with bee pollen. And like I said, I'll show the recipe on the screen in a picture shot, hopefully. If not, I'll try to figure out how to do that. And we'll see. Let's just see what happens. Thank you.